Welcome back to Marbella Now. My name is Nicole King.
Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day. Halfway twisted.
Lovely to have you back. I hope you're enjoying the summer. I think we have to put a positive spin on the heat, otherwise it would be hopeless. The only things I've really changed are obviously dressing lighter, drinking more, keeping hydrated, and when it's very hot, leaving my Pomeranian at home, because it's better to take him out early in the morning and later in the evening than in the sweltering heat, because that's not good for them. Please do remember that even if you're popping out the car for a couple of seconds, don't leave your kids in the car. It takes but minutes, and I know it's a pain getting them out of their car seats and putting them back in sometimes, but I promise you it's worth it when it's this hot. I'm delighted that not everybody is hiding out in the shade. We have a visitor who's come from Madrid. His name is Victor. He's a dog trainer, and thanks to the Sinergias Group, the Synergy Group, organised and run by Elena Olcina, he's come back to Marbella to have a chat with us because he'd very much like to split his time between Madrid and Marbella. And why not, I say? It sounds like a plan to me. Victor, good afternoon. Good evening. Good morning, depending when you're watching the show and which part of the world you're watching from. I'm delighted and honoured you've come from Madrid. How was the trip?
Very good, very good. Very fast, very fast. The train goes so fast, and it was like quite a sleep, and I am here.
Really nice. So you're refreshed?
Yes.
And ready. You are a dog trainer, but there must have been a reason behind this. You look quite young, yes, and yet you seem quite experienced. What is your history with dogs? Why the passion?
Well, my history belongs very early. When I was born, the doctors, the medics tell my daddies, my daddy, my mommy, that I was not able to walk, and I had a poodle that it was 2 years pulling me up about the doti,
by your nappies,
my panties,
yeah.
And 2 years old, I begin to walk.
Wow!
So the dogs have teach me how to walk. They have teach me also how to work with them, how to understand them, and how to teach people how they work and how they have to understand the doggies to be happy all the life.
You really are a dog whisperer. I mean, like in the true sense. You obviously had an understanding with this poodle. What was its name?
Cocky.
Cocky.
Yeah.
So obviously you and Cocky had this understanding, and I'm a firm believer in how animals can help us heal, yes, and they should be perhaps allowed into hospitals or in aged care homes so the owners can be with their animals, because it's very healing. How did you then begin to apply this for your career?
Yes, I studied criminology at the university. I want when I studied criminology to go to be a policeman, but to work with the doggies. And I bought German
Shepherd,
and I began to work with him. And years later, I thought that I could work as a dog trainer, but I thought that only works the dog trainer César Millán, that we know everybody. Mm-hmm. And I was 6 years teaching doggies, teaching families how to live them so happy and understand it. And 6 years before I begin to cobrar los servicios.
I like to do it as a profession.
Yes.
So you did a lot of free practicing.
Yes.
Then it's like, okay, I'm good at this.
Yes.
Let's turn it into a job.
Yes, like that. And when we leave the pandemic, the COVID-19, I begin 5 years all the day teaching people about the face call, and then when we can go out the home, I begin to make it personal presentials in the home, and I love that profession.
How can you teach a dog, a person, over the internet? How does that work?
Yes, when I go to the houses to make that sessions, that trainings, the first time I am like 1 hour telling the family what is happening, why is the beginning happening like that, and what we have to do to have the results that they want. So that things I can make it in the house, or I can make with the phone or with a computer by Zoom, by Go Meeting. After that, I have to go in the house physically to see how they works with the doggy. If I cannot do like that because I have some clients in Colombia, Mexico, Miami, Rome, Italy, we can make it like they record some videos, they send me, and I am telling them, oh, you are not giving the sausage to the dog, you are not giving the goal to the dog, you are not talking with the dog, you have to do like that. And I send them some videos so I can work in every part of the world.
So you can follow up from wherever you are?
Yes.
Can I ask, what are the most common mistakes that us dog owners make?
Yes. Well, the most common mistake is that the people, they take care a lot of the doggy. They are so cariñosos?
Loving.
They loving a lot the doggies, but they don't make them to follow some rules, to have some limits. So I always tell the people that the dog is like a son. If you put limits to your son, to your daughter, put limits to the doggy. But normally the people feels like the dog, that they are the grandmother or the grandfather of the doggy, and they do with the dog a lot of things that they don't do with the sons. You know?
Exactly, yes. I mean, I have a little Pomeranian, and he likes to bark when you're out, like he wants to eat something. And I have a bit of confusion, like you give him something to eat to stop, and then it's like, oh, I like that, and he barks again, and you do it again. Bad loops.
In that situations, I always tell the people that the small doggies, they know that when they begin to bark, the people or the dogs goes out. So they win that little war that if I bark, you go out. So they repeat.
When you think of car or motorbike insurance, think Linear Director. When you most need your insurance company, Linear Director are there for you. With tow trucks, courtesy car, mechanics, legal advice, even overnight stay in a hotel if you need it. There's a whole department dedicated to us Brits with people who speak English there to help us. If you're looking for an insurance policy that really takes all your needs into consideration whilst you're driving in Spain, then Linear Director really is the company for you. Why don't you give them a call? 952 14 78 34 or contact them online.
Zero Heroes, welcome to Urban Chai.
You have to train your doggies because it's not some videos of YouTube.
How long does it take if you start as a puppy, when you get them beginning? How long does it take, more or less, to have to be consistent to get in a training program?
Normally 3 months, 4 months, if you are constantly.
So it's not the end of the world when you start from scratch.
Yes.
If you have a dog that already has bad habits, roughly how long does it take to reprogram a dog?
Normally it depends of the age, but when we are past 2 years, 3 years, it can be like 1 year training.
No, it makes
More
sense.
difficult.
If you have to reprogram the whole way they've been doing things.
Yes.
What is the hardest thing, do you think, to change in a dog to suit us? Because they don't necessarily need to change to suit them, but to be a good pet.
The most difficult thing that I have when I go to train a doggy is not the doggy, it's the human. It's the person that person needs to have an habit. If he or she don't have a good habits to train the dog, the dog is not going to change. You know? If I tell them, if you are stressed on your daily, how can the dog can be relaxed?
So that is true that the
Yes.
dogs do reflect our temperament and our vibe, our energy.
You imagine when you go up on the morning, so early, you have nearly 1 hour to have your breakfast, get your leash, go out with the doggy. But the doggy, you have to leave them some time to smell, to make her things. And people goes, no, only 5-10 minutes and go to work. The dog becomes to get stressed. And when they go out and they don't bring the doggy to the work, the doggy becomes to bite things on the dining room, on the bedroom, makes poo, pee, and like that. If you get the 5-10 minutes walk on the morning, if you get like 30 minutes or 40, the dog will be more relaxed. He will be smelling all time because the brain of the doggy is on 80% remembers of smelling in the outside.
So that's the highlight of a walk, is having that time to walk. I remember someone who rescues a lot of dogs, and particularly older dogs, Lily Van Tongeren. She's very good volunteering in Marbella with particularly older dogs, and she mentioned just that the other day, that she's saying, come on, and then she's like, wait, no, this is why we're here. We're here for you to walk and smell and sniff. That is important for them.
Yeah, or see, if you let the doggy to be free, and you call the doggy and the doggy comes and you get it and you go home, the next time that you call the doggy to come, it's not going to come because you get it, you go home. If you get it, you go to another park, 2-3 minutes. You get it, you go to another park, 2-3 minutes. The next time that you call the doggy, is more probably the doggy is going to come.
Associated all, we're going to another park.
All time.
Very clever.
Yeah.
I've never heard that one before, to actually like trick the dog into expecting another park as opposed to going back means going home.
Or people that they are so, como decíamos antes, cariñosas.
Loving, caring.
The people that they are loving, caring with the doggies and they don't put rules, it's very normal that the dogs wants all the time being with that person. That person goes to a rooftop to have some drinks or to a bar or restaurant and brings the doggy. The dog is all time with them. So when they go out and they don't bring them, it's very normal that the dog have that anxiety. So you have to let the doggy at home with a normal toy that you can introduce, put inside some food that is very interesting with the doggy. It's quite difficult to get it with the tongue, so the dog is going to be more relaxed when he finishes that type of toy with the food inside.
That makes a lot of sense, to give him something that's interesting, food to play with while they miss. I mean, I normally bring my Pomeranian to the television. He sits right here, and it's just because of the heat. The air conditioning is not that great in my car that I think that pom-pom would like to be going up and down the motorway and go, like the road, and if there's an accident or any delays, it's like, oh. So it's better to leave him at home. But normally he comes everywhere, and then it makes it difficult when you do leave them at home because he's not used to it. So that's a good tip.
I would like to say that in Spain, also there are a lot of shops that they don't let to bring inside the doggies. But if you go to Germany, in Germany you pay some taxes per year, and the dog normally can go everywhere. But it's most normal that in Germany have a lot of places to train the doggy, like a school for doggies. And in Spain there are not a lot of schools. And also in Spain we have 9 million doggies and 7 million childs. So if you want to be millionaire, people, you can make a
dog training
business
school.
like a residence of doggies, a dog training place. But
You see, there's still a lot of opportunities.
Yes, a lot of opportunities.
Spain's changed a lot in the last 20 years
Yes.
regarding animal welfare. I remember Ciudad Real with galgos hanging in the street, as I say, 18 years ago. It was something that was quite shocking. But now we have laws to actually protect the animal's safety, don't we? It's a big change.
Since 2019, about the pandemic, a lot of people needs a doggy to go out. The dog is going to is becoming more important in the family, and now the laws have changed. And a lot of years before, people hurts the dogs, and now it's it's a dog. Maybe if you have an accident with the car, you have to get an ambulance for the person. You have to get an ambulance for the doggy, because we are taking care a lot of the doggies. The doggies is very important. The people take care more about the food that eats the dog than the food that eats the son.
Again, true story. I'm always making sure that my boy has everything he likes, and then I work it out whenever I work it out. Linear Director appreciates just how important our pets are to us, and that's why they brought out one of the most comprehensive insurance policies on the market, from just €39.90 a year. Give them a call on 952 147834 or from the website lineardirector.com.
Zero Hero, welcome to Belmonte.
Hey, hey, it's a brand new.
Kilos, ¿no? Ok. Este por ahí. Este por aquí, a ver si sale bien. No, por ahí. Vale, un poquito por ahí. Apple. Y un poquito de agua. ¿Verdad? Ping, ping, ping. Partimos. Very good. La manzanita.
Thank you.
A la primera, ¿no? Vale.
Mocktail.
Listo.
And I think your approach to dog training is quite unique, because it was born out of healing, out of a different, it's completely different than way other people have an understanding with dogs, but I think that your focus is different. How do you see
Yes,
your uniqueness?
It all begins. After I studied criminology at the university, I studied a master of coaching, emotional intelligence, NLP, and I begin to teach the doggies, and I begin to understand why the dog training doesn't works. Because normally we focus on the doggy, and it's not to focus on the doggy, because the doggy is making all the things that the adult is letting him to do. So I have to work with the person, and it's the most difficult thing, because normally when you have some years making the things like you want, it's very difficult for me to tell you, when normally I am younger, that the fathers, mothers, when I go to the house, that the things they have to do like I say. And always I tell them, it's 15 years, it's 500 doggies that I have trained. Believe in me, because if not, you're not going to improve.
Right, you have to obviously go with the system to follow it through.
Yes.
Because otherwise it won't work anyway.
Yes. Normally the first week I have one system that is 4 weeks working with the doggy and the family, and I make one classroom, like one class per week. normally the first week it's like the first month when you have a diet or you go to gym, it's all very good. The second week normally we have quite relaxed, we are having some mistakes that we don't see, and the dogs become like back. The third week the dog also begins again to work very good, and the fourth week normally that the adult and the doggy just they have an habit.
Well, I mean, it's lovely that you have it so clear, and it's nice that it's such an open area for people to also participate. I like that you encourage other people to seek this path, and that you want to share the business out there. Obviously, there's enough for everybody. With what you're saying, those statistics of dogs is quite impressive. I think more of us should get trainers. It's finding the right one too, isn't it? It's the trainer that you connect with. And Victor, you seem very connectable, very personable.
Yes, I have to tell sometimes at homes, I have to tell my life for them to open and tell me what is happening in the house. And I have some situations that I have lived. For example, with the doggy, I have
Detected, realized, found out, yes.
I have found out a process of bullying in the son, because the son was quite inside in the house, not going out the bedroom, and I tell them in house is all okay, yes, so in the school is quite bad. And I make some games with the dog, and I saw how the boy begins to smile and the mommy begins to cry. So I let her cry. It's like, ¿cómo se dice una olla express?
A pressure cooker.
A pressure cooker. And I let her cry.
Just get it all out.
All out.
Yeah.
And then when I went out the house, she gave me more money, and I get to the car, I get my wallet. Oh, you give me 20 euros more. No, it's all okay. And I have in Instagram the testimony that she told me, Victor, about what I see yesterday with my son, it's all okay, because she showed the day before in the session of the dog training that I make her son with the doggy smile a lot, and then in the night they were talking a lot, and all other times, for example, the dad of the family, the father of the family, it was like with a very authority person, and I tell him with that voice, you have ¿cómo se dice conquistar?
You have to conquer.
You conquer your wife, not. So be more honey, be more caring, be more lovely to your dog when you call, because if you not make a voice so lovely, the dog don't want to come with you. And 1 week after, that person tell me, oh, I'm so embarrassed, I have to tell you that this week I have more relations with my wife. My wife has make more in love with me. My sons feel me like a father, and my employees feel a leader instead of a boss. And it was only changing the voice.
Which started with the dog.
Yes.
And it's amazing because it is, isn't it? Before we were coming on set, and I said to Victor, it's funny how most things we say about dogs apply to children too. But it applies to the owners, it's exactly the energy we give out. We're either welcoming or not, we're aggressive or we're not.
I tell the people also...
It must be very satisfying for you.
Yes, because sometimes people told me, oh, it's very similar than to teach my sons. And I said, you love the dog like an animal, because when he or she fight, it's an animal and they can bite, they can die in a battle, in a war. But teach them like your sons. If the dog is disturbing you while you are eating or while you are having a meeting, and you tell the dog to go out, the same as your son. Go out, go to your room, don't be disturbing. The same all time. It's barking. No, not disturb, go out. So it's very, very similar to teach a dog than to teach a human, a person, a boy.
Well, it's lovely to see the enthusiasm that you have, and obviously the understanding of the objectives. Anything else you'd like to share with our viewers?
Yes, I wrote a book. I am not a person that likes a lot or loves to reading books, but I love the emotional intelligence, the NLP, the coaching, and I try to make a very thin book, very small book with a lot of ideas to have a personal process of coaching and a personal process of dog training in 20 chapters, very, very thin. That you
So
can,
it's like 20 tips.
20 tips.
Each one in a chapter, concise.
Yes, and after that chapter, you have a QR code where you can scan with the cam of the mobile, and if you answer the questions in internet, is only for me, I can follow your progress, and I can teach you, and I can make you a process of coaching and dog training. So that small book
Comes with the book.
Yeah.
That is an amazing. I've read that. How delightful is that? And how an original concept. You've written a book with the steps, QR code. Once you've done following those steps, and then you've got Victor there to support you. And I have to say, Victor, I'm absolutely honoured and delighted. Victor has personally dedicated this book for me, a lovely dedication, and I will treasure it, and I will certainly give this a go on my boy. So, boy, watch out. Victor, muchísimas gracias. Voy a decir rápidamente en castellano. Victor ha escrito un libro. Hay 20 capítulos y cada capítulo son
4 o 5 hojas.
Eso, 4 o 5 hojas, pero con trucos y técnicas para entrenar el perro. Además, cuando terminas, hay un código QR que puedes escanear con el móvil. Respondes a algunas preguntas y Víctor después te puede ayudar con entrenamiento con el perro a distancia o en persona. De verdad, un encanto que ha venido desde Madrid para estar en Marbella Now. Victor, I think we've covered it, even with a little bit in Spanish.
Thanks a lot. Muchísimas gracias.
I am absolutely delighted to have met you. I'm sure it's the first of many visits. Best of luck with, well, continued success in Madrid and all your other places. And welcome to Marbella.
Thanks a lot.
Linear Director has come up with a squatter policy for just €24 a year. You don't have to have your home insurance with them. This is a completely separate matter to protect you from squatters. For more information, call 952 147834 or their website, lineardirector.com.
Hero, welcome here at the Gaucho de Banús.
Zero Hero.
Welcome to Vigo Banús.
Zero Hero. Welcome to Sunday.
Zero Hero, welcome to Hard Rock Hotel Marbella.
That's it for this week, keeping it short and sweet for the summer. Please keep yourselves safe and hydrated, and check out recordings of the programme from the RTV Marbella.tv website. You can also go to my website, nicoleking.es, for links to the programme, my Marbella moments in the Euro Weekly News, and our United Nationalities of Marbella website, and the Zero Hero website. Not only with an ever-increasing list of places offering free soft drinks for the designated driver, but right now also with the winners of our lottery, rewarding you, our wonderful citizens, with free different gifts at all the different participating venues. So go along to zerohero.es2 and check that out. Take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, and I look forward to seeing you again next week for more of what's going on in Marbella Now.